Even in this video where he's like, they're not racist, there's a bunch of diverse people in this video. And then he's like, there's an Arab man, there's an Asian man, there's a Latino. Yeah, baby, that's what tokenism is.
He's calling them tokens, which seems kind of racist-y to me.
We all know you dye your facial hair because you're already turning gray. Get the out of here with that twink flabby man he's at looking ass. His shirt says love. What the
Hey guys, welcome back to Normal Gaze, where we take on insanity. I'm Brad, here with Clark.
What's up, guys? Oh, Clark. I was waiting for you to say Clarkson. Crazy.
Yeah, I'm mixing it up.
I'm on vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Clearwater. I'm at a resort in Clearwater. I'm spending time with my psychotic family. So
good.
If I go crazy by the end of this episode or when we start filming later, you guys know why.
You should not be calling anyone crazy or psychotic.
I was going to say,
after the things you've been telling me lately.
Okay, we all share the same genetics, so if you put all of that into a room together, I have my own room, so that's why we should be fine.
And Mr. Producer's in the other room with the voice of God, so you'll hear him. But Clark, we're gonna react to a hate video about you. You love when an episode's about you.
I'm so excited. He just said before we started filming, he's like, "This is all about you," and I'm like, "Oh my god, a hate video that I haven't seen," but it turns out I have seen it, so. It's okay.
And I like this one because it's like anti-white, and I just love when the black gays are like just racist against the white gays.
It's my favorite niche on the internet because it's just so stupid. But I actually haven't fully like examined this video. I watched it when I was on my reels, and I was like, "Oh, hey, that's me," and I got an ego boost. And then I was like, "Okay, next." And then I was like, and I always forget, like, this is a potential for a YouTube video. You should save this video and make a YouTube video about it. And then I couldn't find it again.
And then I have an Crust video for you.
Okay, perfect. Good.
We're going to do both. But this is all about Poolgate. Can you just recap very briefly Poolgate for people?
Yeah, so apparently if a bunch of hot, fit gay guys go to a pool together and their friend groups aren't diverse enough with diverse bodies, diverse skin colors, but diverse as in you can have different skin colors and different ethnicities, but if you don't have enough black people, they get very angry.
Asians don't count.
Asians don't count. Arabs don't count. People from, Europeans don't count. Nobody counts but black Americans. I don't know. Or if there's just one black person or two, there's not enough. I don't know the exact ratio that they're looking for them to be happy, but I don't think that the circuit gay community has found it. So they get mad about it.
If they have some diversity, then that's actually proof of the racism because then they're tokenizing. And so that's what we're going to learn from this video. So the beginning is like that he's stitching. And then we'll listen to his rant. And then later from Crust, we're going to learn about, he described some white gays as giving klan hole or something. Just wait.
Only somebody who fetishizes white people would come up with a name like that.
Speaking of race play, which we talked about for our members, we do a bunch of members only video, join whatever, and stop eating popcorn. They don't like it when you eat. Or hold the mic away.
I wanted to do it for the joke because I'm about to watch a hate video about me. So I'm really
that is kind of funny. You got the popcorn.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, let's watch.
We'll invite them, but it's the fact that there's only one black guy in there.
It's a tale as old as time. Fit gay men will post a picture at a pool party. Everybody is in shape. And then other gay men who don't believe they'd be invited to said pool party create a think piece on how all the gays in that picture are somehow racist or hate fat people. Ironically enough, despite the fact that there is only one black man in this photo, there is still a lot of diversity in it. Now, I don't know these gays, but I see Asians, I see Arabic men, I see Latino men, I see a bunch of different cultures that are together. It just so happens that they are all in
A lot of white gays love to pretend that racism doesn't exist. Because even in this video where he's like, they're not racist, there's a bunch of diverse people in this video. And then he's like, there's an Arab man, there's an Asian man, there's a Latino. Yeah, baby, that's what tokenism is. So tokenism is when you have a token. So for instance, if it's a lineup full of white comics, right? And they have one black comic and one woman, in their mind, like, oh, this is us saying that we're diverse. Because we have a black dude and we have a woman.
All right, let's pause for this. One, he's calling them tokens, which seems kind of racist-y to me. And then two, I love when white gays claim racism doesn't exist.
Never said that.
You did not say that.
I also never even said that the people in the pool party were not racist. I said it's unfair to project racism onto them based off of a photo. That's a very reasonable take. Like, I don't understand why that's so crazy for me to say, hey, maybe we shouldn't call this whole group of guys racist off of a photo because they're all fit and you're fat as and you're jealous. I'm sorry. Like, that's, and I listen, if you're overweight, y'all know I love you. I'm the nice one on the channel, but it's very, it's very clear.
Babe, you can't laugh at that.
Oh yeah, they can't see, or that producer's laughing. But it's very clear that they don't have these same think pieces when a bunch of hairy bears get together at their parties and there's 2 black people. It's just when they're fit.
You normies are dirty. And here on Normal Gays, we don't want you to be dirty. So that's why this month, specifically for Pride Month, our sponsor is Telestrand. Now, Telestrand is a CLIA-certified molecular testing laboratory that can screen you for all different types of STDs easily without having to use a needle. Now, this is their 1-cup test. This is specifically what we want to promote on this channel because it's so easy to use. All you need to do is download their app, pee in a cup, and then they send you the shipping materials, and you send it to their laboratory, and then you know if you have AIDS or not. No, but seriously, it's not just HIV-related testing. It's also HPV and a bunch of other things that they detect in your urine. So you no longer have to use needles. You no longer have to wait in lines. And I know gays, you're getting tested every 3 months for your PrEP. You can use this test to get approved for your PrEP. The owner of the company of Telestrand does it himself. Now, if you want to order their 1-cup test and get it sent to your house, it's cost effective. All you need to do is download the app. The link is in the comments. Order this 1-cup test, and then you'll see your results in the app once they process it in their laboratory. Now, we don't judge on this channel. We do judge on this channel, but not for getting STD tested. So if you're a normie, make sure you're staying clean, specifically this Pride Month, and order a 1-cup test from Telestrand. All you have to do is pee in a cup in your house. There's no excuse anymore. All right, now back to the show.
It's insane that this like pool party discourse reached so many millions of people.
Yeah. I just think it's why I don't understand. Like, well, I do understand. It just reeks of like, we hate the cool kids. But the thing is like the people at the pool party don't even, in most cases, they don't even act like the cool kids. Like, I don't know.
So we're going to watch the rest of this video, but the craziest part is actually the unhinged, extremely long caption he attached to it. And I do have that for you as well. But let's listen to more of this.
And it's usually a white woman. No, that's not diversity. That's tokenism. Those are 2 totally different things. And yes, everyone in the picture was ripped because obviously most gays are superficial, myself included.
Hang on. I do want to love this idea that it's like, if you have some diversity, that's tokenism. But if you have no diversity, that's proof of your racism. It's kind of a Kafka trap where you can't really win. And I think that might be the point.
Well, that's why I'm confused. I'm like, what exactly is the ratio of black to white that you would be happy with without getting rid of white people? Like, that's the real question. Because it's true. If you actually boil their beliefs down, they want there to be 1 or maybe 2 white people that hate themselves and are probably licking their feet at a BLM march, and then the rest of them just be a bunch of people of color that they deem appropriate. And like that doesn't work when the majority of the country is white.
You're fighting your MAGA instincts.
I'm sorry. Listen, that's not even, but it's not even MAGA. This is just basic
I know.
logic. Like and until liberals start to say this shit out loud, they're never going to win. You will never win, especially if you're a white liberal, because I'm sorry, I don't hate myself. I don't. Anyways.
And nor should you, but he's about to accuse you of racial profiling, so let's get to that.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, boy. Like, let's not pretend like there's not a fat phobic problem in the gay community as well. Gay men are one of the most shallow motherfuckers on the planet. Actively me, I'm trying to get abs right now. Like, that's... Gay men are... like, let's call a spade a spade. Let's stop pretending. And let's also stop pretending that gay white can't be racist. Because, girl, I look to see who you're following.
Wait. Oh my god. Again, you did not say that. You did not say gay whites can't be racist. Nowhere was that ever a claim you made.
Those words would never come out of my mouth.
We've both known some white gay racists.
Correct. Yeah.
But this dude went through your following list on Instagram and is about to police you for who you follow.
Okay, cool. Let's see who I follow.
Out of curiosity, you're following some of my friends. Some of my friends follow you. That's great. But, girl, the only black people that you're following Channing Tatum, or whoever that guy is, the black guy who cried about Charlie Kirk's death. And then you're following a gay black MAGA supporter.
Xavier.
Those are the type of black people that you're following. So of course you think racism doesn't exist because they're telling you
I never said that.
It exists, and you're part of the problem.
Oh.
The whole
she
thing
ate
is
me
built
down.
The whole thing is built off a claim that you never said, and then he went through your following, and he's suggesting that first off, I doubt that's true. The only black people you follow.
That's like what first of all, that's not true when it comes to black creators. That's not the only black people I follow. Second of all, he doesn't know any, he did not, I follow 1,200 people. There's no way he scrolled through people I follow that are in my personal life that are black. Like, I follow plenty of black people when they come across me organically, but I don't go, oh my God, this person's black, I need to follow them. Also,
and he, ironically, doesn't know who Brandon Tatum is and called him the wrong name.
What did he call him?
Tatum.
He called him Channing
Tatum. Oh God. Well, definitely not.
Is the famous
sorry to Brandon, but you don't look like Channing Tatum.
No, and the funny thing is that both Xavier and Brandon, I think you have like a positive personal relationship with, but you are not on their page politically. And you do not agree with their takes.
I follow people like that so I can save their video and disagree with them. Like, a follow is not an endorsement of beliefs. So, and also, you think
that's such an annoying thing that they do. Oh wait, can I tell you something that's gonna make you crash out?
Well, I was about to crash out, so what else?
Oh, go ahead. Do yours first.
Well,
because this is gonna derail you.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Okay, so here's the caption. I talk about homophobia in the black community on here all the time.
Oh, wait. Sorry, I got it.
Okay.
It is a huge indicator of low intelligence if you assume that I get my ideas from who I follow on my Instagram and not my personal life and not my ability to logically analyze an argument and decide what I believe to be true. Oh, you follow this black person. That's where you learn about black stuff. Like, it's Instagram. Is that your main method of learning?
For him, it probably is.
Clearly, because he watched my video and is arguing a point I never made. He's literally like that crackhead on the bus. Editor, put this meme in, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll send it to you. Where she's on the bus and she's just yelling at nobody. It's like, that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing with my point, because that's not my point. Anyways, all right, I'm done crashing out.
All right. Anyway, a black gay guy made a video calling out a bunch of he's referring to iCrust, calling out a bunch of muscle white gays, and y'all hit dogs holler. This white twink made a whole 3-minute video about it. That's what he said about you.
Bitch,
not the slur.
Audacity.
Okay, well, now that we're talking about looks, I need to see a picture of this guy because I can't see it in us recording.
You can't see it in Riverside? If I text it to you, will you be able to see it?
Text it to me. I'll open it on my computer. Because I want to know what he's talking about, twink, bitch.
Well, he ate a twink.
Really? If there's one way to get to Clarkson, it's to call him a twink, which is funny to me because it's really not even an insult.
What, twink? I know.
He's calling you skinny. Don't you want to be called skinny?
No, he doesn't.
I want to be called ripped. You don't call fat people ripped.
Hang on.
But you call muscle men ripped.
I'm sending you.
Yeah, but muscle men also sometimes have a little extra.
Yeah. But then they're bears.
All right, I texted you the link, Clark.
Oh, hold on.
Let's see your live react to his face reveal.
Bitch! We all know you dye your facial hair because you're already turning gray, bitch. Get the out of here with that twink flabby man titties, that looking ass bitch. All right, I'm done.
He said he was working on his abs.
Editor. What?
He's working on his abs?
That's what he said in the video.
You know what? You want to know how fat loss works? You're going to have to be on a caloric deficit for a year to get some visible abs. So I think the fat that's going to disappear first is the fat from under your chin. All right, I'm done. That was mean. But he called me a twink, so I don't care.
Yeah, we should make the twink crash out the teaser for this video. But I also want to point this out to you because you'll get a kick out of this. I have an extension.
And his shirt says "Love." Ew. What the? You're coming at
is so
me?
ratchet.
Maybe he just loves eggplants.
You saw this shirt on what? Etsy or what is it? Alibaba? And you said, "Yep, that's me." And that's a Raven looking bitch. That's what you resonate with that shirt. All right, I'm done.
So,
he called me a racist and I didn't care, but he called me a twink and I'm crashing out.
That's the teaser right there.
Yeah.
So I have an extension installed because I'm a creator called vidIQ, and it gives you more analytics than just the native websites do. And he got 22.7 times more views than average in his video talking about you.
Well, I would say I got OF subscribers, but I shut that down. So maybe I just got some followers. I don't know.
Inshallah. All right, I'll read you some comments about your that were left on this video.
Okay.
Weird. He could spot Arabic sick men and Latino men by sight when he doesn't know any of these people. 476 likes.
Wait, hold on. Weird that I could spot them by sight?
Yeah, they're saying that's like you racially profiled those people.
Of course I did, because they're my type.
He's got the eyes of a hawk.
I know the Arabs and the Latinos in and out, bitch. I can spot them from a mile away. So yeah, thank you for telling me that I'm good at that.
Here's another comment. As a gay white man, I can say that there is definitely a lot of racism in the gay world, especially the gay and white world. I can say that and I can hear that and not be offended because I am not racist. I am actively anti-racist.
Congratulations. Congratulations. You're a white person that says you're not racist on the internet. Okay, me either.
I know. It's like, do you want a cookie? And actually, the truth is that people who say they're actively anti-racist more often than not are racist against white people.
Well, yeah, or not even just against white people. It's against black people too, because if you treat them as victims 24/7 just by racially profiling them, you're racist as I treat black people equally, which means if you're stupid as and you're black, you're going to get the smoke. Just like this guy. If you wear that ugly shirt, I'm going to tell you it's ugly.
I will say it's not going to help you beat the racism allegations that you compared him to a crackhead.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just thinking about that crackhead who was talking to herself.
All right, next comment. Denying
Actually,
a black person...
There's more white crackheads than black crackheads.
Oh, wait, did I just be racist?
That's you.
But you did say it was a black lady, though, didn't you?
Yeah, well, that's because I was describing the video for the editor. But when I think of crackheads, I think of like living in a trailer trash home, no teeth, methany, you know, like.
But that's not crack.
Yeah, it is.
Crack is mostly used by the black community.
Thing. It's all really.
Yeah, and then cocaine
I'm not educated
and other
enough
drugs
to be racist on this.
I don't know.
That would mean, yeah.
Cancel me. Maybe I'm saying stupid shit. Here's the next comment. Yup. Denying a black person's experience and ability to recognize patterns that consistently lean in a racial direction is racist. Then he proceeds to name the races that are often heavily fetishized by white gays as true diversity. Yep. Oh my God.
Yep. And what about it? And my ex is mixed too, so I don't fetishize. I just like them in all colors. But yeah, if a black person says something stupid, it's not racist for me to say it's stupid.
That's literally their argument, that if you question an assertion by a black person, that is in and itself racist.
There are many very educated black Americans that I will agree with, but I will never agree with them on the basis of them being black, just because they're black.
Next comment. I watched him on YouTube. He claims he's a moderate, but he was big mad talking about the gym bros, to which the author, the original dude from the video, replied, "Girl, he's a Trump supporter who was getting backlash for being a Trump supporter, so now he's trying to pivot."
Oh. So iCrust talked about me?
No, this isn't iCrust. This is the original creator, the one who made this rant about you.
Oh. Yeah, I was worried about the backlash and all of the checks. I was getting so much backlash when I was getting checks raining in on me for being a Trump supporter. I just had to step away from that life and then work a 9 to 5 because I wanted to be a liberal.
That's what people don't realize, that it's you not supporting Republicans and saying you were voting for Kamala is like the opposite of a grift. It just costs you money and lost you friends.
Correct. But whatever. I mean, it is what it is.
All right, final comment. Anyone who downplays racism are highly likely to be racist themselves. I love the grammar fail on that one. Again, I don't think anybody's at the Kafka trap.
Yeah, nobody's downplaying racism. It's just we need proof that the racism
in this case it isn't real. So we're downplaying it because it's not there.
Can you prove that the racism exists first, and then we can decide whether or not it's being downplayed? But nobody has even proved that these guys are racist. They just looked at a picture. Like, we need to come back to reality for a second.
All right, I'm going to show you Crust's latest video where he introduces the new concept of klan hole. All right, let's watch.
Oh, you're so gross.
This photo is taking me out because, girl, be so right now. No, because, girl, was it a requirement to have abs and 6% body fat just to get this photo? Like, for real. These literally be the same gays that be complaining about how dating in the gay community is so difficult. Like, girl, hello. And the fact that everybody in the comment section is eating them the up. Like, they are literally eating them the up. This one person said, you have friends without 6-pack abs. Are they still allowed to be in the photo, or do they refuse? Such a diverse fan group. This
was a hiking photo.
An all-white wedding on Juneteenth. I'm LOLing. Like, bitch, because what? What's even funnier is that even some of the women are clocking it too. Like, them, can I be your friend? Y'all, did you got abs, bro? The diversity here is incredible. Some of you have a 6-pack while others clearly have an 8-pack. This one right here is deadass one of my favorites. The friend group really said copy and paste. Because, bitch, like, yeah. Girl, it's one thing to not have any POC friends, because, like, that's also weird as fuck too. But the fact that none of them have different body types either, they're just all ripped men. On Pride Month, like, girl, where's the pride? It's giving clan rally hole. Like, what are we doing? Not only that, but then wasn't the same guy that posted this photo on Queer Eye, one of the most diverse queer shows, like, ever? Like, you know that man was just getting paid to be around them POCs, girl. Because the fact that this is his fan group outside of that, like, girl, be
like, girl.
But yeah, some of these conventionally attractive, ripped white gays crack me the up, because these be the same men talking about it's so hard dating in the gay community. Meanwhile, their entire friend group is just giving Orange Theory hole. Like, girl, what are we doing? Be so for right now.
I used to work at Orange Theory, so this is weirdly personal.
He is obsessed. Literally, there cannot be a picture on the internet posted of any white gays existing in public without him. It's like they put out a bat signal, and Crust pops up and is like, but I love how he's like, why aren't there any fat?
He pops up and goes, be for real, girl.
Hey, girl.
Be for real. Literally says it every other sentence.
But what's amazing to this is he's like, why aren't there any fat people in this picture of friends at the end of a long and difficult hike?
And that is going on very famous people's social media with their shirts off. So I wonder why an overweight person wouldn't fit in with this type of group that likes to post pictures of themselves and go on hikes.
And I love this idea that Anthony from Queer Eye is racist because he posted one photo with one group once of other white people.
Yeah. And it's funny, like, they don't see it because
not just
they're
calling him a racist, by the way. Klan rally hole.
Yeah, klan rally.
That was the allegation that was made.
I think he's just trying to be funny, but like the interesting part about this is like all the people in the comments and him and the people talking about it, they're all like collectively getting high together because they all share one thing, and that's jealousy. That's all it is. They envy the people's bodies. They envy the fact that attractive people are showing who they are, and they're projecting their insecurities onto it. So then they get together and they're like, let's make fun of them to make ourselves feel better. But it's like, all of you guys just look sad. You look like people who don't find themselves attractive and have no lives. But
yeah, it really does give bitter, and it gives crusty. But
yeah, I had some Crust earlier, and I did think of him, but then I had my man get it off my eyes for me when we got out of bed today.
Anyway, we won't open up that topic. All right, we got some member comments to go through.
Yes.
First one, Clark. What about sugar-free coffee creamer in Clarkistan? I don't like black coffee.
Oh, because you told them they had to have black coffee to not be fat.
Sugar. the thing is in Clarkistan, we're not going to ban foods. We're banning eating in a caloric surplus at insane amounts. Sugar-free coffee still has calories in it because it's milk and it's fat and whatever. And it actually, if you look at the nutrition label, it's like a difference of 10 calories per serving. So I would just train yourself to drink the black coffee because you want to eat bigger portions and you can't have both.
Mm-hmm.
You can work with your beauty enforcement officer on that. They'll give you the nutrition guidelines. But it won't be banned.
Just effectively banned.
Just highly discouraged and shamed. Like if you're walking around with a coffee that looks like a cloud because you have so much creamer in it, everybody in Clarkistan is going to look at you sideways. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. I just manipulate society to create them themselves. Anyways.
Next one. Every time I say Blad and Clarkson uploaded, my man goes, "You mean Barkston?" Because the one episode he saw was the furry one when Brad said he had a pup mask.
Oh. Barkston? Is that like a couple name combining our names and
with
puppy?
A furry fetish?
I mean, that's pretty ingenious.
I mean, it would make sense if it was just like, how do we combine your name with Bark? Bark? I don't know.
But
because Brad's the furry, not me.
Oh my God.
He's the one with the furry mask.
You were literally at a convention and everyone has seen photo evidence.
No, I wasn't. But I have talked to one of my friends who surprisingly is into it. And he told me it this weekend. Yeah. Blurp that name.
Oh my God.
But yeah, and I was shocked. I was like, what
But were you also intrigued?
No. But then I also realized he is severely autistic. So there's some things there. I don't know. Anyways, let's go to the next question.
Next one. Oh my God. Brad's awkward smile at the camera and presumably producer after. It's unusual to have feet this big. You two are so goofy sometimes. I love it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You have anything to say about that?
I sure as hell don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Clarkson actually
no idea.
doesn't know what we're talking about because he doesn't remember our episodes that happened like the day before. Okay, next.
Brad, who are you rooting for? England because of Chelsea or Portugal, USA? Who do you think will win? Final round?
Ooh. Do you have any idea what we're talking about, Clarkson?
Yeah, I'm rooting for Algeria.
Oh my God, simp. Well.
I'm just kidding. I'm rooting for the USA, bitch.
Yeah, I'm definitely rooting for USA. Obviously, I don't think they'll go other way. And then my second choice would be either England, because of the Chelsea and Premier League players I know, or Argentina, because I also love Messi because he's here for Inter Miami. So those are the three teams I'm following.
Argentina is like basically the basis of the Clarkistan flag, so I think I'm gonna have to stand them.
Well, they did win last time, so we'll see how they do this time. Next one. I'm afraid to gain weight because I don't want Brad to shun me as a normie.
Oh my God. I won't. As long as you're giving us money, I will not.
But you won't be allowed into Clarkistan.
That's why I think this is funny.
I get the rep. You're the one banning them from a country, and I get attacked.
This is why PR training is so important, because Brad doesn't have it and I do. No. So I get away with things and Brad does not.
Okay.
But I was just going to say that. I was going to say, I think it's funny that you get all of the flack for it, but I have a fictional country that would put everybody on GLPs. But the thing is we don't ban fat people. We just give them we decide they're fat technically, but we don't decide them. Their fat cells shrink, so yeah, I mean we decide those, but we give them the tools they need to succeed.
Okay, next up. Actually, Mormons drink caffeine, depending on the Mormon. But nice try, Brad.
Oh my God. I apologize for saying that incorrectly about the Mormons, LDS people, but we actually defamed them much worse than that in the last Members Only, so sorry to y'all. Okay,
I did look it up. It's like a third of them drink coffee.
We're going to do a Bible study, you guys. Oh, I wanted to swear on... Study? on one of these books in the episode because I thought that would be like camp and funny, but I didn't think of it.
Next one.
Our
I
fans
just had
love when you mock religion.
I'm not mocking religion. Oh, I am. That's actually kind of distasteful. Let me put this back. See how quickly you can self-reflect when you're a highly aware person? I'm sorry, religious people.
Can't relate.
Yeah.
I just had huge PTSD from working in the food industry. My time was mostly the annoying Karens, Tanyas, Brads. Now we get annoying influencers. No wonder almost every food place is short-staffed.
Wait, why is Brad's your generic name for a male Karen? Can we talk about that?
I don't think food places are short-staffed because of Karens. I think that's a loose connection there. But I do think that working a service job is like the most important thing anybody should do. And when I have kids, I'm going to require them to work in a restaurant. Like whether when they're in college or in high school, they're going to have to do it.
Okay. Then that's not a bad idea because then you appreciate people.
Next one is Pixie Pie 303 asking, she's saying, I love you guys so much. The sanity we all need. Can I get a happy birthday from you two?
Yes.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Pixie Pie.
Do we want to go?
A bad singer.
No, okay, next one
we should do karaoke.
Oh, that would be cute. Next one is, don't worry, guys. I'm overweight and accept it's not good. The jokes and logic don't bother me.
Good. That's what we like to hear.
Cool. Next one is, Brad, are you and producers' finances bad enough to go on financial audit?
No, I wish. But we are trying to get We're trying to get
me. That would be me, guys.
But your finances aren't even that bad. They're just a little funny, and we would be funny on the show. And you do.
My finances aren't bad. But I do.
Wait, you posted the thing about you doing DoorDash again. And wait, I thought that was done when you bought a Tesla.
Oh, do you want to know how stupid you sound? Because if you actually zoomed in on that picture I posted, it's my apartment from 2 years ago because I searched my photo album for Your Food Has Arrived just so I could make that joke. So it's a 2-year-old
so you're telling me you
picture.
haven't DoorDashed in the last week? Get the Bible.
Wait, hold on.
Put your hand on the Bible.
On my phone. I don't think I have. Wait.
That's what I thought.
Oh, I have.
Yeah.
But to be fair, you know why I did. Because I was depressed for a day.
I know.
All right. Yeah, so whatever.
This comment will make you happy.
You're going to like this last one, Clarkson. It says, Clark, you're already so muscly.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, my God. Stop encouraging him.
There they come.
All right, guys, that'll be it for this episode of Normal Gays. Thanks so much for being here. Do become a channel member if you want us to read your comment on air or just to support our work. And we'll have more insanity coming down the pipe real soon. So we'll be back with more real soon.